Defensively today. This is the second game in a row he's defended Donovan Mitchell well. Is this kind of what was going through your mind when you decided to put him in the starting lineup so many months ago?
Well, no, I didn't have this particular thing in mind. I know he guards everybody pretty well, but don't get carried away. Donovan Mitchell is really a good player, and you can have a couple off nights, and he'll be. We just try to do the best we can. Eric is a very good defender, and he's probably underrated both sides of the ball. But he does what he does. But Donovan Mitchell's good, so it wasn't guys of that caliber. You don't stop. You just try to make it hard for him.
Mike balanced scoring again tonight. James had another strong game, but it wasn't just him. How confident is your team right now and just the way you're seeing them play on both sides of the court?
Obviously, we're confident, but I thought we were confident all year. Even when we were 11-14, they were confident. They drive me crazy, but they were confident that, we'll get out of it, coach. So they've always had the belief that once they get healthy and they lock in and we're as good as anybody, if not better than everybody. So it's a good level. Now we know that, we just won our two at home, and now the series kind of starts, and we got to be ready for them.
James finished with a triple-double tonight, especially in that first quarter. He was just passing the ball well, scoring the ball well. Yesterday, Coach Snyder said that James Harden has artificial intelligence, the way he can see different things. Is that kind of how the best way to describe what he's doing right now against defense?
Yeah, that's as good as any. We've talked about it all year, the year he's having and the year he's had, and what he's done. That first quarter was ridiculous. I don't know what he had, about 17 in the first, and just dicing everybody up. When he gets it rolling, then nobody's better.
Coach, talk about the player Clint Capella. Seemed to really dominate the paint inside, no-fly zone, and then runs the court real well and is able to finish, and always the receiver of James Harden's alleys. Just talk about the growth of Clint and how difficult he is on the defensive end.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know if there's any more growth left, in the sense that he's been this good now for about a year and a half. He was that good last year in the playoffs, and I thought the first half, what he did, as good as I've seen any center can do. He was blocking shots, running the floor. Whatever he needed, we gave. He's always a threat to score. So, Clint, can't say enough about him. But it's been this way. The only difference this year from last year is that he can go 35, 36 minutes without getting tired. Last year, toward the end of the year he was, but at first he wasn't. So his body's just gotten older, and he's a lot stronger.
Coach, last week or the week before, James mentioned that the biggest thing he's learned as growing as a leader is patience. And it looks like that translates on the court as far as he's very methodical, he controls the pace, and it seems like the team is kind of taking that lead. Can you talk about how that's translated and what you're seeing from him as a leader?
Well, I just think everything he's done, he's reshaped his body, he's eating the right way, he's focused in on the playoffs and making sure he's got enough energy all the way through. That's a lot of growth there. As a leader, he and Chris and PJ, they all talk it out, and like you said, they have patience. They get mad at each other every once in a while, which is a good thing. But and again, he stepped up his defense. I don't know what else we could ask of him. His defense is really good. Just he gets tired every once in a while, so he is human every once in a while. But the year he's had has been ridiculous.
You said yesterday, and I think I've heard you mention it before, that there's not a particular scheme that stops James.
No.
Did you see any difference in the way he attacked it today, or the aggressiveness in the way he attacked it today compared to the first day?
Not really. I just think he got up a couple more three, maybe step backs that he didn't do the first quarter last time, but he just reads what they give him, and just sometimes an individual, not that it's a scheme, it's just how they're guarding him or who's guarding him, and he gets a step back where he goes. And he was shooting the ball so well at first that I think he went to a step back a couple more times just because he's shooting so well. He just kind of feels what he's got and what he's got for that night, and if it's going in, he'll do that more often. If not, he'll drive. He just figures out whatever way. He's a machine. He just scores.
Mike, you're up 26 at the half, and they're going to make a run. They get it to 17, middle of the third, but y'all stop the run there. How critical is that sequence in this situation?
Well, it's always, it's always scary for a coach that you once you turn it off, you can't turn it back on. And we talked about trying to come out. No matter how much we begged and pleaded, we kind of didn't come out with the same intensity. We left the floor at the end of the first half. Something we got to work on. Something we got to get better because it will bite us in the butt if we don't cure that. But they also have a feel of the game. They knew that it wasn't going to. They were pretty confident that okay, time to turn it back on a little bit.
The way that you guys have started these games, does that just show you where this team's focus is right now?
Well, it's in a good place. But it has been since All-Star break. They've done. We've just battled early through a lot of adversity and so many different lineups, so many people hurt, so many people out, that they just kept battling. And then once it came all together and they locked in totally and they were all healthy and feeling pretty good, then we